everyone to Rise, Rinse, Repeat. It's a second. I'm so distracted. No, I'm not. It's been a while, if you can't tell. We're going to probably try to get back into the swing of things here. So let's put it to Elisa. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How's everybody else doing? My voice is all raspy because I got a head cold and I am healing. But it makes singing a lot of fun.
Did I say the name of the podcast? I honestly can't remember. That's sad. It's been, 37 seconds, and I can't remember if I said the title of the show.
I'm messing with our sound. We have to remember. Didn't we label the mics?
Yeah, I have mine. You have yours.
Okay. Then you're good. Okay.
Trent's over here.
You never unplugged them?
No, I've never touched them.
Well, then we're good.
Yeah, it has. It's been It was a couple weeks before Althea was born.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been
a while.
A good couple of months, and Avalyn can climb up on the table behind us and mess with our soundboard. So I don't know if she's done that or not, but it is a possibility.
It is. So bear with us again, guys. Sorry, because we don't have a high techie people working for us. It's me.
And you do amazing.
Thank you. Do you like Trent's flowers? For those that are watching the video, Trent has these flowers on his mic because Abby and I made flowers for spring, and she gave them to Daddy.
Yes. At least asked me if I wanted to take them off. I'm like, no, they're very cute. They're very, very special.
It was a good job.
I guess there was a right answer.
Yes.
Okay. What are we talking about today?
Well, yeah. Okay. So thank you for joining us on this 2-minute introduction as we welcome everything back really quickly. This is Rise, Rinse, Repeat, and I am Elisa, and this is my husband,
Trent.
And today we're getting back in the swing of things of season 2. I have no idea what episode this is, but season 2, and this topic is boundaries. Boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I saw this really cool picture, right, on social media, and I told Trent it really got me thinking, and so I wanted to do a podcast on it. So this is what the picture said. This is what it meant. The picture broke it down and said, boundary. Be aware of what is unacceptable and normalize saying no. Do what is best for your family and know that it's not your responsibility to sacrifice yourself for others. In the picture, I just realized I did a side note. In the picture, it said, do what is best for you. But I added, it hit me more of your family, because it's not just me anymore. I'm not single, and we'll get into that a little bit later. So that's where the picture resonates from. So, think about that for a moment. If we can, I think, let's relate this to protection over our family or our spouse time, our own reset of our own personal time, what all of that looks like.
You okay?
Yeah, I don't know if it was this computer or not, but my phone is trying to talk to this computer.
Oh, okay. Technology talking to itself.
Yeah, I just want to make sure nobody's trying to hack my stuff. But I'm pretty sure it's the iMac sitting right in front of me.
Uh-oh. Althea may have just woke up. She sneezed.
She's
in a second.
Okay, so that's what we're going to end up talking about. Sorry, guys, we're really rusty at this. Boundaries are essential in any relationship, right? You have to have them. Boundaries protect you as an individual. They protect your spouse. Like I said, they protect your family time. They protect your family as a whole, not even your family time, but they can protect your marriage. There's a lot of good things that come from boundaries, but they have to be healthy boundaries. You know what I'm saying? They have to be healthy, because there are such things as unhealthy boundaries. So I'm just going to read real quick if I can zoom in, because I'm blind. I do not have my glasses.
It's also a really small picture. I don't think I could have read it just straight away, so.
Thank you. Okay, so boundary. Let's see. A line that marks the limits of an area, a dividing line, a limit of a subject or sphere of activity. What does boundary mean in people? I looked this up too. Personal boundaries are the limits and rules we set for ourselves within relationships. A person with healthy boundaries can say no to others when they want to, but they are also comfortable opening themselves up to intimacy and close relationships. People, and I speak just because I used to be like this, I used to be a people pleaser, or were not good with healthy boundaries. Okay, I'm not like that anymore. But people that constantly want to please other people and they think, oh, I'm going to let them down. Oh no, this is not going to end well if I tell them no. You are not in a healthy relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's family, whether it's someone you're dating, whatever the relationship is. It's not healthy then if you feel like you cannot say no. If you're burnt out, you need to reset. And like as a mom, I have to be able to tell my kids no for many reasons, but some of it is to create boundaries of they have to understand that I am not their friend. I am their mom. I'm their mama. My job is to prepare them for the real world. And once they're adults, then we can have a friendship. But until that point, it's my job to teach them so they don't make as many mistakes as if I was just their friend. Because sometimes, I have some really good friends now, and I had a great friend in high school. And then I'm still friends with her to this day. But she tells me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. And that to me is a healthy boundary to have as well. If you have somebody in your life and they're telling you everything you want to hear, I would start reevaluating. That's just my personal opinion. But if you have friends in your life that tell you what you need to hear, regardless if you like it or not, that's somebody, honestly, that I trust. That's somebody that I would trust because they are truly looking out for you, even if it pisses you off, even if it makes you mad, okay? Like, it is what it is. My husband just went off, for those of you that are on the audio side of things and not the video side of things. My husband just went off with our little one. Might have to hold her. We'll see if she settles upstairs. She gets real finicky between the hours of 8 and 11. She is a lot like me. And when I was a child, I am not like that anymore. Let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and move on. Hopefully I can hook him back into these things. So the question I was going to have for him, but he's not here, are what are some boundaries I'll do this because I'm going to rephrase it. What are some boundaries I had when I was looking for a boyfriend? Well, let's see. I'll do this little thing. Growing up in a Christian household, you're not typically, at least this was my Christian household time, and I've met other families that are like this, you're not allowed to date till you're 16. I honestly don't know why it's 16. I still, as a parent, am not sure why it's 16. I'm pretty sure my dad would have been happy if I didn't date until I was like 30 something. But then I wouldn't have my husband in this beautiful family. But I think that's just how my dad felt in general. So growing up in that kind of household, they made me make a list of what I would look for. Obviously the big ones are, for me was, he doesn't use the Lord's name in vain, that he comes from, he's a believer, he comes from a Christian household. I think I put on there at one point, that he's cute, that he's tall, that, I think he ticked all of the boxes, but I definitely made mistakes along the way, and that is in a different podcast and a different thing. So go back and listen to our personal stories. But okay, a little far away from the mic. Oh, I can turn sideways. I got the little girl here now. All right, so picking up Trent, my question for you is, what are some boundaries that you were looking for in a girlfriend, which was me?
Really, just push. I feel like, oh, there we go. Just not pushing me to do things we weren't ready for yet. I really just think that was it. It was as long as we could communicate and figure that stuff out. Like going into it, I never really had a list of things I like, because when I think of boundaries, I think of like things that are off limit. Like, is that what you think of when you think of boundaries, or I guess how would you define boundaries?
Well, it is kind of okay. So I agree with what it was saying. It's you have to have the ability to say no to someone. And so I talked about people pleasing, but definitely in a relationship, like an intimate one, you have to be able to establish that you can also tell your partner, an intimate partner, no, I don't like that. Regardless if it is, of whether it's sexual or non-sexual, you have to be able to tell your partner.
Okay. Well,
no.
I wasn't going with that in mind when we were dating, because we weren't at that stage yet. So there really wasn't any boundaries because we were both on the same mindset. So I guess the boundaries we had was not going past that.
Right, as Christians, as believers, yes, that there was that respect.
So that was the one boundary that I had. Everything else was fair game, because we were trying to get to know each other to figure out if we were compatible to spend the rest of our lives together.
Sorry, I got it.
What are you doing?
I'm shaking. I'm multitasking.
Bouncing a baby, trying to do a podcast. This is why it's been 2 months.
This is fantastic.
Okay. See, does that answer your question?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it does. If you think it's answered, I mean, that's
my answer. So
that's
yes.
your answer. Okay. So,
Did I scroll down?
Yeah. Can you help me scroll down? Thank you. And can you zoom in? Thank you. Because I can't. Again, I didn't. No. All right. So I started then looking into the word quality. I wanted to compare the two between boundary and quality. And again, it came up with the standard of something as measured against other things or a similar kind, the degree of excellence in something, a distinctive attribute or characteristic possessed by someone or something. And so I said, what does it mean, qualities in a person? Like, what does it mean to have that? And it said someone's qualities are the good characteristics that they have, which are part of their nature. Sometimes you wonder where your kids get their good qualities, and stuff. And well, you raise them to have those good qualities and things. But yeah, so I wanted to compare these two. So is there a difference between quality and boundary to you? Or do you think these two terms go hand in hand? Do they need to go hand in hand?
Well, I mean, they need to go hand in hand in the sense that you want somebody with quality, and then you don't have to have those boundaries because you're going to be able to communicate back and forth and figure them out. Like, you don't have to have this set list of things when you're going into a relationship saying, this is what I will not do. You go into it and you feel it out.
Yeah.
With someone with qualities.
Yeah, no, I mean, that makes sense. Well, when it comes to like marital qualities, marital boundaries, do you think that obviously that expands a little bit more? Do you have like any thoughts like on that you want to add?
I mean, right now, no. Like, so yes, I have thoughts, but right now there's no boundaries between us. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for you.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That changes.
That we can't talk about, or that we can't figure out together.
That's true. No, I agree.
Go ahead.
No.
In that first post you had in the picture, be aware of what is unacceptable and normalize saying no. Like that's good. Being able to say no. Like, no, babe, I'm just too tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Whatever it is. Like, ooh, you want to watch another episode, and just being able to say no, or whatever it is. Like, that's important. But when it says you need do what is best for your family, that's also way better than for you. And know that it is not your responsibility to sacrifice yourself for others. That's true, but not in a marriage. So, like, for me, I'm gonna sacrifice everything I can for you.
Yeah, I do think that changes. And I think that for others, where I take the other is literally the other. That is not our immediate family. Even other family members, that isn't immediately us. Like, normalizing saying no to them if it's going to hurt us as a unit. And not necessarily mean like hurt, like, you know, physically, but like, you know, emotionally or mentally, like it could, or if it takes a toll, it's too stressful, whatever it is, like you have to protect that. And I do agree. Yes, you would sacrifice, and that's what I would sacrifice, anything for you and our kids. And I think that is something that changes in the boundary realm when you do get married.
Yeah, and then all those boundaries go away. So when I think of boundaries, it's not just stopping by your friend's house without announcing yourself, or giving a text like, hey, I can stop by. Like, that's where those boundaries are. It's between you and your neighbors, you and your family, you and your friends. It's not between you and your spouse.
No, I 100% agree. I'm going to ask you what qualities, I guess, what are some of the qualities that you like about me?
Just put me on the spot, huh?
Yes.
I like how good you are at this. Just talking, coming up with topics and wanting to discuss them.
Thank you. That's sweet.
You're welcome. How about you, for me?
You're only going to give me one. Okay.
That's all you asked for.
Oh, well, that's true. Okay. Qualities I like how protective you are. Like, and it's not only over like us as a family, and I know that's your role as, you know, my husband in the house and but it's also just you take being a husband and a father so seriously, and I admire that quality about you. Like, it's not a joke. And I'm not saying that you should take it as a joke. I'm just, that's something, yeah, that I admire, that you're, you know, protective in the sense of, yeah, you're very good at calming situations, and then you're very good at like being firm, like when you need to be, and firm like in a good way where it's going to be, again, healthy and beneficial for either our children or our marriage or as the whole unit. And so I just, yeah, something I admire about you.
Thank you.
Okay, what about boundaries with kids? And by what I mean by this, let me clarify. Our kids. Like, what expectations do we have as a parent of our kids? And like, because I think boundaries and expectations kind of go hand in hand, or what you're requiring them, and the good and qualities that you're in, characteristics that you're trying to teach them and instill in them.
Man, it's gonna evolve, because right now with Evelyn, there's not a whole lot of boundaries. I have to take her to use the bathroom, so there's not a whole lot of boundaries there. Or
no, but that's a good one. You know, you got to teach when they start going. You got to
teach her how to do it all by herself.
Yeah, how to go potty by herself, but and then the safety there and what that's gonna look like. Yeah, there's all of that. I guess if you're gonna take potty training.
Yeah.
As the example, yeah, Althea has no boundaries because she's 2 months old, so she runs our life. It switches eventually, you know, and we have to start teaching her. But right now we're, you know, she starts crying. It's a snap of, okay, what's wrong? Got to figure it out, or, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we got to teach her the boundary of closed doors too. Whether it is we're closing a door because we want her to get stuff in there, or whatever it is, but she doesn't have that concept yet, so. Yeah. It's going to change when they're older, and I don't know how that's going to look.
No, but I guess we want, you know, we want kids that people are going to sit here and be like, man, your kids welcome back anytime. They're such a joy to have. They're so respectful. Like that. Those are the compliments I got as a kid growing up. My sister got as a kid growing up. And I'm sure you guys did as well, just because of how your parents, you know, raised you. And stuff similarly, that you guys got the same thing. And so that's the goal, I guess, I have for our kids, is to get that. To me, that's a high compliment right there. Yeah,
I guess that is, again, it goes to the boundaries of your kids between other kids. What is acceptable and what isn't. like sharing and not just taking stuff, and again closed doors and all that stuff that kids are so innocent that they don't get yet. So that's where the boundaries really come in.
Yeah, and I think it's too, I've noticed being a mom and a parent, there's tons of different parenting styles, and I think that fits into boundaries and qualities. I don't, just because I might not agree with a certain way doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just I don't agree with it, and I've had to learn in order to protect how I'm choosing to raise our kids here at home and how to do that, that there's certain things that just aren't going to work. And so the boundaries of are saying no and having to protect our kid from other people's kids, just for choice of difference in parenting or different styles and in raising. And that's something I think, you got to be okay with saying as a parent, again, to protect your family. You have to be okay with saying no in that situation.
Saying no, not saying, we're not going to be friends anymore. If stuff keeps coming up, whatever it is, that's your job. It's not to save those other parents' feelings or those other kids' feelings. It's to save your kids.
Yes.
So it's being the adult in that and handling it right, and just, talking to those parents or those kids or whatever it is.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. So because kids kind of we're flowing into family, I was going to say, the boundaries with family, and I mean like our family, my family, your family. And I was going to mention our premarital advice that we got. It was some really, really great advice. Once you get married, you're starting your own family. It becomes about you and your spouse. Nobody else. You guys start, we start our own traditions. We start our own, I don't like the word traditions. I'm so bad at traditions too, because I'm not, it's like super traditional, but you start those memories and you start those good times and traveling and doing all that. Your life becomes about each other and less about your families. And when you mix kids into that, it gets a little harder because you want to make those memories as a little mini unit. But then you also have to figure out, grandparents want to see kids and do stuff like that. So I guess to say all that is, what was really nice too is to always give time and be honest no matter what. And I think that was something you told me.
Yeah. I wrote it down. I mean, that was the thing that Pop said to us in the marital counseling. It was like for the big holidays, because those are a lot of times where a lot of stress comes in. A lot of people have expectations. So if beforehand you be like, nope, these holidays you can expect us or you can't. And just giving that up front was very helpful. Just, it depends. And again, things are going to change, but at least beginning in newlyweds, that's something that you don't need extra thrown on your plate, having in-laws call you like, hey, are you guys coming this year for whatever event X, Y, or Z, and then having to either feeling guilted into it, like, oh, we haven't seen you in a while, or whatever it is. So that's just nice for a younger couple, knowing that it'll change, especially when you have kids. So what are you doing?
I'm looking for our next point because I took a screenshot of it.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm doing. I have to remember where it is. Because it's been a while since we've done this. So I have to see if I can even find it. If I can't find it, I'm just going to give up. We'll have to move on.
Okay. Yeah. I guess when we came into this and you said boundaries, I was thinking boundaries between me and you, and I kept thinking there's really no boundaries. I can't think of anything. So this is all making a lot more sense now that we're getting into it. That's why Elisa has a bunch of notes and I don't, because she thought about this more than I did.
No, it's okay.
So.
Right? That's okay. It doesn't matter if that happens or not.
No, it doesn't, but.
I feel like I passed it. You ever get that feeling like you have so many friggin' pictures that you're like, it's lost within all those pictures?
I don't have as many pictures as you, but yeah, sometimes.
I do. I take a lot of pictures of, like, our children.
They're very cute. Things. I don't know what else to say about boundaries. I don't know what our next point is. What are your handwritings different?
You're going to say it's terrible. It's fine. It is terrible. Don't even... Oh, I found it.
Oh, there we go. You saved me.
Yes. I knew I'd find it eventually. Okay. So what I did a while back. Resituating child. Resituating baby. This is my little fluff ball right here. Okay. What I did a while back was I asked our followers what boundary meant to them, and this is some of the feedback that I got. When you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else. When faced with a decision, I ask, what matters most? I like that. Mom boundary. Breastfeeding time is more important than visiting family time. I like that. I like that a lot as a mom. And then mom boundary part 2. When baby is born, what family sees baby, when and how often? That's also really important. Those are really good boundaries to establish as moms, and just in general. Those are really good. I like that feedback that we got from our followers. It wasn't a lot, but those were very powerful, very strong feedback. So that's what I wanted to do. I put that out there and was like, okay.
Okay. Well, I can read it now. I see what you said. What our followers shared with us.
Now that you know.
It took some deciphering, but we got there.
Yeah. Okay, so somewhere in here, eventually we'll have some music, right? And it'll play, and it'll be absolutely beautiful. Although I don't think Ben Shapiro plays music. I think he just jumps from talking about the main topic into his sponsors and things like that. This is not a sponsor. This is not a paid promotion, but I do have something to share with you guys. So we're going to take a mid-little break here. Are you tired of spending hours at the nail salon, waiting for your turn and shelling out a fortune on a manicure? Okay, now also, if you're getting mani-pedis, the price of that, okay? Can we just, what? And then if you want to like deluxe it up and get all the special spa stuff, like it's an extra $10. If you want to design on your toe, just one toe, man, mind you, like they add like, it's like $1 or $2 or $5 or something. It's changing a lot. Okay, let me just say, it's becoming a lot.
Am I supposed to say my part?
Yeah, you can say your part.
Well, I've got great news for you. Introducing Color Street, the revolutionary nail polish strips that will change. I'm moving it.
Sorry.
No, do your nails forever.
I didn't need to move it. I'll show you guys if you haven't known, and this is terrible because we're using your iPad. But look at those. I'll try to get closer, but I'm holding a baby right now, so it's hard. Anyway, so with Color Street, you can say goodbye to the messy bottles and the drying time and all of that jazz. These stunning nail polish strips are 100% real nail polish, okay? They are really easy to apply. They're super affordable. And for a mom, stay-at-home mom on a budget, okay, it's really easy convincing hubby, that was a combination of both, I'm sorry, hubby over there, to sit here and say, yeah, you want to get a manicure and a pedicure? One set, $14? Okay, they have different prices, but the ones that I like are typically $14. Let me clarify, because there are different prices and stuff. And they don't just do nails anymore, guys. I'm going to be doing an unboxing here soon, so stay tuned. They've got a bunch of cool stuff, but right now I'm going to focus on the nails. All you have to do, and I will do a how-to video all on my social media pages for the podcast, okay? It's easy. You peel it, you press it, you get it down, you file it off, okay? And then, bam, you just walk around, you flaunt your gorgeous nails, either on your toes, your hands, both, whatever you prefer. Am I right?
Okay, you improvise so much I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
You can still read that next part.
Am I the host or am I the co-host?
You're this one. I just read that. Do that one.
Apparently I'm the co-host.
This is
I just
fun.
got demoted.
I loved it.
That's right. And the best part, Color Street offers an incredible array of vibrant colors, stunning patterns, and even nail art designs. You'll find some to match every outfit indication.
That is a true statement. Okay. His oldest sister is getting married, and I sent her the link because they've got stuff on there that literally is perfect for like brides, for weddings and things like that. I was like, girl, you have to get these and they're so affordable. Okay. So whether you're a busy professional, right? Okay. Or you're a busy parent or just someone who wants to have fabulous nails like all the time, right? And in minutes, Color Street is your answer. They're durable, long lasting, and chip resistant, ensuring your nails look salon fresh for up to 2 weeks. My sister thought I was talking to her today and she's like, she thought that they were going to fade in like a few minutes. And I'm like, no, I'm working on a week and a half. And like, if you literally got up close and personal with my nails, you would just start to see, and that would be weird if I don't know you. Just a little bit of chipping. So I got up close and personal with her and the camera and she was like, no. I'm like, yes. So.
I was like going in for it and it did not work out. And did we mention that they're affordable too? Forget about breaking the bank at the salon. With Color Street, you can achieve the salon quality manicure at a fraction of the cost.
So why wait? Join the nail revolution today and experience the convenience, beauty, and affordability of Color Street nail polish. I'm not going to have him read the last part because I want you guys to go to a specific link, okay? Because what I wrote, it doesn't matter. Go to a specific link. I am going to put it down below with our podcast stuff on YouTube, on here. I've posted it everywhere on our Instagram, on our TikTok. Go check it out, okay? I will be your personal stylist and help. You can drop comments if you have questions. You can message us, whatever. You can drop comments on this.
Message her.
Yes, by us, I mean me. Okay, this is not a paid promotion. I am a stylist now with Color Street. It's a hobby that I've started doing. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. And again, like I said, it's affordable and it works for me, a stay-at-home mom that has 2 kids that need me constantly. So,
there you go. There you go.
There's your music. Now we're back to talking about boundaries.
And we're back.
I cracked myself up.
Okay. Next point. Unless it's been a half hour, do you want to do a 2-part or just keep going?
Yeah, let's end on this one because I think this is a good one to end on, and then we can move into. That'll be a quick little blurb for part 2 that we can do. I love it.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, summing up, boundaries should be reasonable and not selfishly centered around one's own personal gain, and or everyone else's downfall or struggle.
Yeah, they shouldn't be weaponized. Like, no. Yeah, well, your Aunt Linda said X, so she gets 5 minutes without the end. That's it.
Linda. I don't even have an Aunt Linda. So
nobody has an Aunt Linda.
I don't have an Aunt.
I'm just kidding. Somebody has an Aunt Linda.
Oh, well, yeah. Somebody does. I thought you meant us.
Yeah, I was being...
Linda.
Yes. So... I mean, that's, as people, we can be so selfish and use anything as a weapon. So that's just one thing to don't justify it as like, oh no, it's just boundaries. I'm just holding boundaries to try to hurt other people.
Don't hide behind that. Don't manipulate and monopolize the boundaries.
Yeah, it's for a healthy relationship, not a toxic one.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. On that note. We love you guys. Thank you for going through this with us. This is our first one back. It was a little rough but hilarious, and we've missed doing this.
Yes. And to everyone's Aunt Linda, I'm sure you're out there.
Okay. As always, like, comment, rate the show, subscribe, just turn that little bell on, get our notifications, or if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, you can do the same thing, but I think it's like a star or something, or maybe I haven't been on there in a while. I'm sorry, guys.
It's a star rating system. Comment.
He knows. He works all day. He gets to listen to podcasts.
You could too. You have one ear.
I want to just clarify that, please. I have one ear.
Nope, I'm going to leave it at that. You have one ear.
All right. Till next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Rinsies.